Hi, we're here at the Signal Studios booth checking out Ascend New Gods, and we've got Ian Scott, the lead designer on the game. See, I almost missed it already. Ascend, it's a little bit different than your prior projects. What can you tell us about the game?
Yeah, we kind of see Ascend being a chance for us to do something new. Toy Soldiers 2, I feel like we're up in the ante every single time. And we definitely had an interest in doing something different visually, something a little bit grittier. And action RPG seemed like a really good fit.
And it's free to play, which is always great. Can you talk a little bit about the monetization of the game? I'm assuming you love to make games, but you're probably not doing this for free.
Yeah. I mean, we're really stoked that now we can talk about it being free to play, because it was a possibility it was going to be that way for E3, but we couldn't really talk about it. And so the way that it works is it's free. We have a beta starting soon where people can start helping us refine and balance the game. And then that's just going to kind of roll out, and then slowly anybody can join in. But the idea is that there's one currency in the game called souls. You get souls from any enemy you kill, so you're not restricted from accessing any content in the game for not paying. There's no paywall. It's basically that if you want to buy like a premium cosmetic item, or save yourself some time questing, just you can buy some souls. Anywhere from like $1, up.
Sure, we always like a shortcut every now and then.
Yeah, it's nice.
How about the story itself? I know you play as characters a little bit larger than life, but I saw some things even bigger than that. So what's going on?
Yeah, I'd say that scale is a big feature of the game. You play as a chaos. You're a giant who is kind of brought into life from the new gods, and they want to take over the world. And so they need you to kind of act as their champion. So when you start the game, you pick an alignment, which is kind of like picking a play style, and start exploring the world. They're trying to overthrow the old god, Cole, this titan who kind of owns the Highlands. And so beyond this initial game, which is got a full single-player storyline, we have additional regions with additional bosses, a whole bunch of new content already in the works and ready to go. We have a Badlands and a Swamplands expansion in the works.
That's great. Our action RPG is very dependent on loot and, of course, inventory system. How many kind of items can we expect? Is there a big...
Hundreds of items. So you start the game, the first thing you do is customize the character, and you get to pick like a range of armor pieces and weapons. And then as you're playing, there's chests in the world, so you're exploring, you're able to find new loot just out in the world. But then you're also able to spend the souls that you get on things in the store. So as you level up and explore new areas, you unlock new items that you can buy. So yeah, I mean, like if you play an action RPG, you kind of know what to expect. You got leveling systems, character customization, and sharing that with people online is like a huge feature. So yeah, if you're fans of the genre, then you should really check it out, because it's free, so you really got no reason not to, right?
Right, and the store seemed interesting. It looked like it's random items when you go visit the store. You can like re-roll.
Yeah, there's a little bit of randomness to the items. So there's such a range of different things, and literally hundreds of unique items with different stats. We also have some customization. You can upgrade your weapons and armor, and you can also slot runes, which allow you to do things like augment a sword with fire damage. And you physically see the rune on the weapon too, which is kind of cool. It's got a lot of really deep RPG systems for players who are fans,
That sounds like a lot to get you hooked. You can't talk about the game without talking it's single player, but there is multiplayer involvement. How does that work exactly?
So that's correct. The Ascend is a single player game. The whole way through you're playing in your own world, you're capturing your own territories. But we automatically, through Xbox Live, allow you to see other players who are playing their own single-player games. It's just kind of like a seamless we call it parallel multiplayer. And so, if a lot of times when I'm playing like a RPG with friends, I'm worried about like the level disparities between me and my friends. Maybe I play it more, or things like that. But in our game, as long as you're playing in the same area, your friends can participate because they're playing their own game, and you can actually shift back and forth abilities called crusade spells, which allow you to curse or hinder players or bless them. You're basically buffing them and passing content back and forth. So we think that that approach to multiplayer in a role-playing game should be pretty fun for people.
So it'll be mostly curses then, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a troll myself. I like to grief people, so.
Well, we couldn't wrap up this interview without talking about the humans in the game. We were watching a segment earlier where they can climb up onto your Chaos character, and then you can eat them.
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
It's kind of funny because there was an idea probably at some point in development where somebody was like, hey, let's make armor with spots for guys to shoot arrows from. And then one of our engineers, worked hard and got like a system where you could actually call humans onto you. So we've been kind of building off of that, right? We knew it was fun to like throw humans, so we've added like picking up small creatures and throwing them, and you can eat the creature, the humans and other small creatures for health. But let's just say, so far as combat goes, if I have like a herd of humans, I can summon them all to jump onto me, and they'll automatically just start attacking my enemies. But if I get hit by a heavy attack by an enemy, they'll absorb the damage, or I can eat them after a fight for health, or I can tell them to defend an area. So it's kind of an interesting sandbox we've created, I guess. But we also have a fairly organic design process where experimentation is encouraged. So we're looking to expand on a lot of the gameplay you see in the initial release in future expansions. Like really focusing more on human gameplay and really doing more of the parallel multiplayer stuff. So expect that the game that launches initially is going to evolve a lot over time.
Well, it's looking very good. You hear free to play, and a lot of times you think, oh, a dinky little. It's amazing. So it was great to talk to you, and we look forward to seeing Ascend as it enters beta and then hits the market.
All right, thanks a lot, man.